Welcome everybody to this exciting playthrough of Ratropolis with me, Rafji. So, today I thought I would try a new game since we just finished our series of Warcraft Orcs and Humans. And I figured if people enjoy the Ratropolis, then I can maybe do it once in a while, make it a kind of regular thing. For those of you that are not aware, Ratropolis, it's a relatively new game that came out recently. It's a card-based base building game. So you'll have different cards that appear in your hand that require either population or money to be able to build, and you'll place them on lots throughout your land. And you also try to survive waves of enemies that get significantly stronger each time. So we'll jump right in there. I've played a little bit of this just to kind of get a grasp of it and to kind of unlock a couple of cards that make it a bit more interesting. Because the first few games, you're basically just trying to unlock cards to make it a better experience overall. So we'll go right in, start a new game. You have different leaders that you can play as. You have the merchant leader, you have the general, you have the builder, the scientist, the shaman, and the navigator. So as you can see, I've played as these three just a little bit, giving them each a little bit of experience. The merchant leader, he gives you basically mercantile discounts. You can get 25% discounts on your cards when you purchase them from merchants, and you also get 10% of a card's value if you discard it using their special ability. The general leader, he makes your units stronger with his special ability, and you get 2 Ratisans, so 2 rat population, for every military card you have in your hand. The builder, he lets you upgrade existing buildings by having the same card. So instead of building 2 houses, you can upgrade 1 house to a level 2. You also get blueprints, so you discard a random card from your hand and you get a random ghost building card. You also have the scientist. I haven't actually played as the scientist yet. So they, using a skill card, reduce your leader's ability cooldown by 5 seconds. And discovery, you get 1 of 3 random ghost cards. So you get to, I guess, unlock a random card and potentially add it to your hand. The shaman, +1 soul on unit death, and ritual, obtain 1 soul for each card in the card tomb. Don't know what that does. And then you have the navigator. You get 1 card selection when acquiring a card. Okay, so instead of having a choice of say 3 cards, you get 4. And then adventure, you get 1 of 2 quest cards, and the reward is increased by 100%. So some cards make you perform a quest, so you have to do a certain task, and then you get a reward at the end. So we're going to be playing as just the merchant, the base character you get to play as, and we're going to go right in, and we are going to do a random location. We're going to be playing on normal difficulty right now. I don't need the tutorial, but I'll kind of explain roughly what I'm doing as I play. And we'll go from there. So let's start the game, shall we? So the whole story behind Ratropolis is there was a whole, basically, city of rats that was super prosperous and doing really well, but then they became basically stagnant, and they created a virus that turned other rats into mutants, and the city basically collapsed. And now we are trying to re-establish a city of Ratropolis, where rats can go and be free. So, these are the cards that you have in your hand. When you select a card, it slows down the time, so it basically puts it in slow motion. So, cheese card, it gives you 30 gold for each cheese card in your hand. On the top left of the card, you'll see it says 40. That's how much the card costs. So, if I were to play a cheese card, I would get 60 gold. If I were to play a second one, I would actually lose 10 gold, because this card costs 40 and it only would give me 30. It also includes the card that you're holding in your hand, so I only have the 1 cheese, so it's not worth doing right now. I can do gather though, which gives me 28 gold. It costs me 8, so I gain 20 gold from using that card, and I will get a house. The house lets you get 4 Ratisans, and it improves your tax. Your tax is located in the top left here. It's that +5, so that's how much gold I get every 5 seconds. And I'm going to play a militia. I will use my special ability. So I got 10% of the gold back from that. And we're going to draw a new hand. Potter. It gives you 10 gold for every card in your hand, so that should be the first card you play. We're going to do Grain. So after 50 seconds, I get 60 gold. So that's like an investment. We're going to send our warrior this way, and we're going to put some guards. So the guards, as you can read at the bottom there, it says it's a rear rank unit, so they stay at the back and they throw spears. Their attack is on the bottom left of the card, and their health is on the bottom right. So they're a very weak beginning unit. I'm going to do that. And the enemies have started coming. They are just rat zombies. Zombie rats. So we are going to play Gather, Grain, and we're going to put a Militia. And of course you get money for killing enemy units as well. And for beating around, you get a treasure chest, which lets you do one of 3 things. So I can get a card. So these are the cards that I can I get for completing the round. I could delete a card from my hand. So if I have cards that I don't want to keep, I could get rid of them. At one point, I do want to get rid of the cheese, and I do want to get rid of these guys once I can get better units, because I don't want to have too many cards in my hand. The cheese is good for the very early game, but for later on, I'd rather have something else. Or you can get gold. Beginning rounds, getting the gold is not worth it. It's only 20 gold. I can get that easily. So I'm going to get a slinger, because I want to have better rear units. And we're going to draw a new hand. We're going to play a cheese and a cheese. We're going to play a sling. Oh, I should have played my Potter. Shoot. Oh well. Misplay. Move all our guys over there, because the left side is where the wave's going to be coming from. And we are going to get... I like to have repair in my hand, because it lets me repair defensive walls. And I'm going to get a defensive wall as well, so I can expand my base further out. There we go. And we're going to call the wave early. We get some gold for doing that. And I'm going to do Gather, Grain, and I will make a defensive wall out to there. So I can get houses or an advisor. So an advisor, they basically give you a buff and potentially a card. So I can have like a warrior card that it'll give me, and then the advisor will make those specific warrior cards stronger. Just as an idea. Otherwise I can get houses, which gives me radisons and tax. I'm going to go for houses because my population limit has been reached and I want more rats, because they'll let me have more soldiers. And we're going to redraw. Perfect. I can play my house card. And I'm going to open the chest. And I'm going to get a card. I could get another house. That's actually not too bad, but I can get a house from this thing as well. I could also delete a card. Now I'm going to delete guards actually, because I don't need them, because I have slingers. So the slingers will be my ranged units for now. And I'll get another house, and I'll play Grain, and I will call the enemy wave early, and I will play a Militia. So I have this here tells me what units I have currently at this wall. So I have 2 Javelin Men, 3 Club Men, and 1 Slinger. We're going to do the Potter first. Cheese, Gather, and we'll put a Slinger at this side. So I can get a random skill card, gold, or radisons. I'm going to get radisons for now, because I can get gold quite easily. We are going to... I don't like any of these cards. Yeah, no, I don't like that. We're gonna get a house, because I don't want 60 gold. My gold's fairly fine. I don't like any of these 3 cards, and I just want to increase my rat population. And we're gonna use our ability. And what does this have? So after surviving a couple waves, you'll get a special event appear at your main city. So I can improve my leader level. That'll improve his ability that he has. Or I can upgrade a random military card. My military cards right now are kind of garbage, so I'm going to go for the leader level. We're going to draw a new hand. And we are going to add a militia and a slinger. And we're going to call the enemies. And we will build a next house right there. You know what? I'm going to leave these guys actually on this side. These guys should be able to hold off the enemy there. If not, I can always get another unit, potentially. Uh-oh. Never mind. We're going to have to redraw our hands quickly. And we're going to have to add a militia and a slinger. Otter, gather. There we go. And we'll call this wave early because all of our guys are there. These two should be able to kill them. It's not the end of the world. I can repair the wall if I absolutely need to. I'll add another militia unit to them. We'll repair it. There we go. I could remove a card. I could get 100 gold, or I could improve my leader level. I'm going to... what card could I remove? I don't really have anything that I want to remove yet. The cheese is still helping me a bit. Actually, you know what? I don't know if the cheese is helping me right now. I might get rid of the cheese. I'm going to get rid of one of the cheese. And that's the gold for that. Treasure chest. Let's get a card. I do like the lumber mill. It makes buildings cheaper, which is very nice. I could delete another cheese. I'm going to get the lumber mill. And what do I get from here? I could delete a cheese, I could get a house, or I can get gold. I'm going to delete a cheese. I don't need it. Okay. Now you will see this game does actually get fairly fast-paced. I'm going to get a building card. Oh, a catapult. That's not bad. Gather. We're going to build a lumber mill. So the lumber mill, as you can see, it takes up 2 spaces. So building management is actually very important in this. Had a merchant. Merchant, I will get a watchtower. It's basically a defensive tower that I can build and will constantly attack enemies. I should make mention, when you get a building card, it's a one-time use thing. So once you build it, it's out of your hand. So I can only get the one watchtower for now. I'm going to get another defensive wall as well. I'm going to expand on the left side. And we're going to call this wave early. And we're going to get a new hand. We're going to build a watchtower at this side. Defensive wall over here. And we're going to repair this wall. And we're going to move these guys off to the left. And the catapult can go right there. Okay. New hand. I need some better units. My units right now aren't great. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Oh, we're dead. He broke through. Yeah. So, as you can see, you can quickly get overrun if just the wrong unit breaks through your lines. As always, please comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know if you want to see more of these types of videos, where I'll continue playing Ratropolis. I can do a few more runs at it, see if I can do any better than this. I will be doing at least one other video in this, just so that you can see a better playthrough, hopefully, depending on how it goes. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye!